Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, and welcome to our workshop today. So this is a CQI workshop, meaning that this workshop is designed to improve your knowledge on this content. And specifically, this content is on cover letter and resume writing skills. Okay, so again, cover letter and resume writing skills. Number one, before we start the class, please take note that this session is being recorded. So if you miss anything that I have said, it's okay. You don't have to worry too much. You can just watch the recording again and try to catch up or learn the things that you might have missed or you did not really understand. And of course, I more than welcome for you to ask me any questions at any moment. If you have any queries, if you have any things that you do not understand, you can just turn on your mic and or you can type your question and ask your questions. Uh, I do apologize because sometimes I have to pause once or twice because people keep uh, requesting to join this Bengkel. Okay, last minute baru nak join. So dah lambat baru nak join. Okay, so I'm going to use a PowerPoint. So let's begin the class right now. Okay, so I'm going to share my slide with you, my screen with you. Give me a second ya. Ramai yang baru nak join ni. Okay, so let's start the session right now. So the first thing that we're going to learn today is on cover letter. So let's watch a video together. Excuse me. Did I share it correctly? Okay, sorry.
I'm ambitious, opinionated, and I love a good debate. I'm a dick.
I would love to be part of your in-horse design team. It's just too darn to spell check.
Your team needs me. My parents think I'm spectacular.
My ability to think outside the box, create synergy amongst my team, as well as leverage my core competency has been a real game changer for me. Blah 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 blah.
I'm an ideas guy. I don't work.
Please find my resume attached.
There's nothing attached.
I would have attached it, but Netflix is a thing?
Job experience: baker, Roots Bakery, December 2014 to January 2015. Paralegal, Owens & Owens LLC, March 2015 to July 2015. I get fired a lot.
Job experience: HR manager 2007 to 10, assistant to the HR director 2015 to present. And those years in between, well, just a big pool of ayahuasca vomit.
Awards and achievements. Prom queen. I peaked in high school.
Skills? Word processing. I also know how to chew my own food.
References blank. Everyone hates me. You will too.
References: Teresa Brown, at the same number as mine.
That's me, but in a British accent. Oh, pip pip cheerio. Kibbles and bits.
Interests: member of the International Brotherhood of Magicians. Lock your office door. Not that it will help you.
That's just a short video just to open up this Bengkel. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is cover letter. So what is a cover letter? Where do you use it? When do you use it? And is it really needed nowadays, right? So as you can see, nowadays, for if you want to apply for a job, right? Bila you nak minta kerja, okay, berbanding dengan zaman dulu, zaman sebelum internet murah, zaman sekarang lain. Nowadays, the internet is readily accessible. You can access the internet 24 hours 7 in your car, in your home, while you are at the park. You can access the internet non-stop. So the internet has become a major player or a major medium when you want to apply for a job. So usually, right, what people do when they want to apply for a job in Malaysia specifically, they open up JobStreet. Okay, so this is a sample of a JobStreet web page. And then, I'm sorry, any issues?
Aku tak nak link ke aku
Madam,
hantar link tu.
hello?
Sekejap,
Any
sekejap.
issues?
Aku cari dia, aku scroll atas ni. Ya. Ini nih.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's continue. Give me a second. So nowadays, if you want to apply for a job compared to the old days, right? So you just open up your web browser or your job street application. You search for a job that you want to apply for, and then you can you see this pinkish button, this pink button with the word apply now. So when you want to apply for a job nowadays, you just click apply, and then all your information will be sent to the employer. Semua maklumat kamu akan dihantar ke majikan kamu. So majikan kamu dah baca belakang majikan kamu tu, they would know everything about you. They would receive your resume, they would know about your job experience, they would know everything about you, right? Based on what you have input, based on what you have registered in the job street website itself. Okay, so it's a very easy process, right? So you don't need to deal with cover letter anymore. Sir. So if I don't need to deal with cover letter, why are you teaching it to us? That's the kicker, to be honest, right? Even though you don't really deal with cover letters anymore nowadays, but there are several situations, a couple situations where you actually have to write a cover letter when you want to apply for a job, right? So let me give you an example, right? So this is an old job advertisement. Sometimes these kind of job advertisement do pop out in the job advertisement section in newspaper from time to time. Sometimes, not always. I can even call it rare, but it does pop up from time to time lah. Kadang-kadang memang ada iklan macam ni. Iklan macam mana sir? Okay, now I want you to take a look at this. Okay, tarikh akhir at the lower bottom here. If you can see my mouse here, tarikh akhir penghantaran permohonan adalah pada 31 Disember 2012. Kepada calon yang berminat, sila hantar resume. Can you see the sentence here? Sila hantar resume dan gambar berukuran pasport ke alamat berikut. So you kena hantar resume dan gambar physically. You kena post resume you dan gambar you ke alamat ni, MIG Pictures dan Berhad, bla bla bla, Metro Wealth, Pelanjaya and so on. So you actually have to post, guna post laju, guna post Malaysia ke whatever, ke alamat tersebut. This situation calls for a cover letter. Okay, so what is a cover letter? So kenapa bila hantar resume-nya, Sir Azri kata kena hantar cover letter. Now here's the reason why. To better understand the situation, right? Dia macam gini lah. You pergi rumah kawan you. Okay, you pergi melawat hari raya. Okay, rumah kawan you, saudara mara you. Tak salah, you pergi melawat. Adakah bila you sampai rumah kawan you terus buka pintu, duduk, makan kuih? Do you do that? You terus duduk makan. Do you do that? No, you don't, right? You takkan datang rumah raya, tak ketuk, tak bagi salam, you terus duduk terus makan, terus lepak, pergi bilik air, guna toilet dia, pergi dapur dia, you takkan buat macam tu. What you do is when you go to someone's house, right, the first thing you do is you knock on door or you bagi salam, Assalamualaikum, kami datang nak beraya, whatever it is, you announce yourself first. You give a proper greetings. You bagi greeting dulu. You ketuk dulu, you bagi salam dulu. Okay, you tak boleh terajah masuk. The same things with handing in resume physically. Bila you post resume you, and as this is especially true when it comes to kerja kerajaan. Banyak jawatan-jawatan kerajaan yang keluar di surat khabar, mereka akan suruh you post resume you. Okay, kalau you hantar resume sahaja, okay, yes, dia memang suruh hantar resume dengan gambar, tapi dia macam tak bagi salam tau. Okay, kalau I dapat resume you, it's a bit of a long story to be honest, but I'll just condense it shorter because we don't want to waste our time here too much. So let's say I work in HR, I sebagai HR department, right? Okay, I dapat resume you. Okay, Ahmad Zafri Izzat, I dapat resume dia. I got your resume. The first thing, okay, remember, I ni pekerja. I ni banyak tanggungjawab, ambil tugas. Meja I penuh dengan paperwork, penuh dengan benda nak kena buat, jadual pekerja, masalah pekerja and so on, right? So when I cut your resume, right, the first thing that comes to my mind is, budak ni nak apa? Faham tak? What do you want? budak ni nak apa. So if I don't know what you want, right? I tengok pada resume, okay, Zafril, okay, ada diploma dalam gini-gini. Okay, I believe agak lah dia nak kerja. Tapi dia nak jawatan apa? Dia ni nak apply cleaner ke, nak apply LI ke, dia nak apply sebagai assistant engineer ke, manager ke, and so on. I don't know what you want. So what will I do with your resume? Apa yang I akan buat dengan resume you? Kemungkinan besarnya. I don't have time. Remember, I have a lot of tasks to do. I ada banyak kerja. Tapi tiba-tiba dapat resume yang tak apa-apa, tak ada sebab, tak ada salam, tak ada bagi apa greetings. So I will I will put it aside, but much more likely to happen is I akan buang resume you. I will throw away your resume because I don't have time to deal with this thing. I have a lot of other stuff to do. So the function of the resume is, right? Let's say this is your resume. You letak cover letter di depan resume you. Sebagai apa? Sebagai salam. Untuk bagi greetings. Okay, so fungsi cover letter tu adalah, dia akan kata, ramai yang baru masuk ni. Dia kata, hello, good afternoon, good morning, nama saya Zafril. Saya hantar resume ni untuk apply kerja. I'm sending you this resume because I want to apply for a job. What job? Assistant technician, electrical technician, civil engineer, technical engineer, whatever and so on. So you bagi salam. You punya cover letter tu, fungsi dia adalah untuk bagi salam kepada resume you. To give an introduction, to give a greeting, a proper greeting on why you are sending in your resume. Faham tak? You can't just send in your physical resume without any proper reason, greetings, because people won't know what you want. You have to tell them, look, I'm sending in this resume. I'm sending you my resume because I want to apply for a position in your company. And this position is, and so on, and so on, and so on. You kena bagi salam. Okay, any questions so far? 5, 4, 3.
No, sir.
Wait for the others, don't worry. 2, 1. Okay, so that is what is a cover letter. Okay, so again, cover letter is usually done in terms of for this kind of job advertisement. Okay, bila dia minta you hantar resume physically. But there is a second reason why you want to send a cover letter as well. Again, the case is you hantar resume physical. And this case is a bit special, right? Okay, let me explain. The story is a bit short, it's a bit long. Again, I will try to condense it, right? My experience itself lah, right? Ini pengalaman saya, kan? Waktu tu saya baru nak ambil diploma, okay? Tahun 2004, roughly, I think, 2004, right? Bulan 6 saya habis exam, saya ada kelas semester 6 tu. Bulan 6 saya ambil exam. So what I did was, bulan 3, bulan 2, roughly around that time, I start buat resume. Dan I start minta kerja. I minta kerja secara buta. I was job hunting blindly. What do I mean by that, right? So I buat resume banyak-banyak. Tapi I buat cover letter based on company lah. I hantar kepada Maybank, I hantar kepada 2-3 bank lah. 2-3 bank, I hantar. So, I tak buat copy and paste. Resume copy and paste lah. Resume saya lah kan. Saya tak kira orang lah. Cuma cover letter tu spesifik untuk bank tertentu. So what I did was, right, so I attach my cover letter with the resume. I tell them, look, I'm about to graduate and I have this kind of experience, I have this kind of achievements and so on, and I would like to apply for a position in your company based on my diploma. So I hantar kepada 3-4 company saja. So I hantar buta. So I apply kerja secara buta. I wasn't applying through a job advertisement. I bukannya minta kerja melalui iklan itu. So saya hantar kepada company tersebut secara buta. Blindly. I hantar buta. So roughly, right? So I hantar bulan 2, bulan 3, bulan 4, roughly, I don't remember. It was 2004. So roughly, on July, 3 to 4 months after that, right? Lepas 3-4 bulan, bulan Julai, tiba-tiba I dapat call. Hello? Can I speak to Encik Muhammad Azir Benar? Yes, speaking. Can I help you? Oh, I'm calling from Maybank. Headquarters Maybank dekat KL, dekat depan Masjid Jamik tu. I'm calling from Maybank. I would like to call. I would like to ask you to come for a job interview. Are you free on this date? Blah 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 blah. So tiba-tiba lepas 2-3 bulan saya hantar resume tu, bulan 7 baru dia call. Bulan 7 baru dia call. Okay. So I pergi KL, interview and so on. I got the job. Okay, that's a different story lah. I got the job. Kita menjadi bahasa different story. So let's go back here. So what happened? Kenapa? Okay, so what can we learn from this story? The first thing is, right, if you notice, right, I hantar bulan 2, bulan 3, bulan 4. Bulan 7 baru dia call. Again, I apply secara buta. Tak ada iklan jawatan kosong. Okay, there was no job advertisement. So I apply buta lah kan. So what happened? Kenapa 3-4 bulan baru dia call saya? So what happened is this, right? Okay. They got my resume. They got my resume, right? And the cover letter, they understood from the cover letter, oh, si Azriel ni nak cari kerja. Dia baru habis belajar, dia nak cari kerja. Tapi sekarang ni tak ada jawatan kosong. Tak apalah, aku letak tepi dulu. They put my resume aside. They put my resume aside, right? So, roughly speaking, maybe around June or July, the HR department was ordered, okay, cari 2 pekerja eksekutif untuk bekerja di Negeri Highland. So, the HR people, nak cari pekerja, hari tu bukan ada hantar resume ke? Ada lah. So, they took my resume, they called me, and then they asked me for a job interview. Nampak tak? So, that is what I call blind job hunting, where you send in resume to different companies and tell them your intention. Now, before I finish this story, right, I'm just going to give you a bit of a, I don't know what to call it, word of the wise, I guess. Okay, someday, or maybe even now, right, someday in the future, or maybe even now, you might hear people complaining about this one thing, about them trying to find a job. Okay, you will hear this exact sentence. Okay, dengar ayat dia macam mana tau? Aku dah puas cari kerja. Beribu company, beratus company aku dah hantar resume aku. Satu kerja pun tak dapat. Someday you will hear this complaint coming out from somebody's mouth, from your friends, from your cousins, from your brothers, sisters, whatnot, uncle, I don't care. Aku dah hapus hantar resume aku ke berpuluh tempat. Satu interview kerja pun tak dapat. Let me tell you why. Number one, we're not gonna dismiss that whether they're lying or not. Just accept them as the truth. Fine, they're telling the truth. Maybe betul dia hantar resume ke berpuluh tempat. But ask them this one question. Kau hantar resume ke company A tu, kau hantar sekali tak cover letter? Ask them this question. Did you send in a cover letter alongside your resume? Ask them that simple question. I guarantee you, most of the time, they will answer no, or they will ask you, cover letter tu apa? When you want to find a job, especially blind job hunting, it's not enough to just sending in your resume. You have, again, bagi salam, ketuk pintu, bagi tahu kenapa. Tell the company somebody's mic is on. I apologize. Give me a second here. Wait, if your mic is on, please turn it off. Okay, give me a second here. Ramai yang baru nak apply ni. Okay, sorry about the distraction. Okay, so you don't want to be that person. Okay, complain. Cover letter tu apa? Doesn't even know what is a cover letter. So that is the purpose of a cover letter. Okay, let's continue. Give me a second. So a cover letter is an introduction to your resume. You are stating why you are sending your resume to the company. Consider it being polite, like knocking on a door before you coming in and introducing yourself. You prepare a cover letter specifically if the company asks for it. and if they need you to submit your resume to their company physically. Again, like I said, when you need to post your letter. So let's move on to how to write a good cover letter. We're not going to focus too much on cover letter. We're going to limit on this subject maximum maybe around 1 hour. Okay, because resume is a bit more complex, so we need more time on resume. So here's an example of cover letter. Okay, so these are two examples of cover letters. Okay, these are two examples of cover letter. But if you notice, there are several things that you should notice by now, right? If you look at these two cover letters side by side, number one, there's a bit of a difference here. A difference in format. Here, the date is underneath this. Sorry, I forgot to delete this one. I apologize. Okay, the date is underneath the sender's address. Here, the date is over here. Okay, as far as I know, the current most up-to-date format for a formal letter is this one. Okay, where the date is underneath the sender's address. Okay, tak ada lagi dah yang line panjang tu, tak ada lagi dah. However, you don't need to fret too much on the format. Okay, just make sure it's up to date, make sure it looks clean and nice. Okay, again, what people don't really understand is that in the real world, right, you're sending these cover letters to HR manager, to companies, to private companies most of the time, right, and sometimes to government sectors. You don't need to fret too much whether you got the format 100% accurate, because they don't really care. You're not sending your letters to English teachers to be graded. Okay, you have to understand this concept. Okay, when you are sending your letter to someone who apply for a job, right, you're not sending it to an English teacher. So don't fret too much on the format. Don't fret too much on the accuracy of the language and so on. Again, you're not sending it to English teacher to be graded. You're sending it to real working people like HR managers, human and engineers, and so on and so on. They're not gonna really care too much. Okay, please take note on that. Next, if you notice the second thing, right, a formal letter should be 1 page, maximum 1 page, satu page saja. Jangan buat lebih. Here's another problem, right? I had this professor at my university, right, when they taught us how to write a good cover letter. Dia ajar kami buat cover letter, beritahu pasal pendidikan, pengalaman, cerita pasal you punya achievement, your curriculum achievement dekat IPTA, pencapaian tu semua, debate, cerita semua. No. A lot of these language teachers, right, they tend to teach their students, you have to elaborate as many as possible. Buat 3-4 page, buat 2 page karangan, 3 page karangan. No. No. Okay? You should not do a formal letter like that. Any good formal letter, whether it's to apply for a job, whether it's to a letter of inquiry, whether it's letter of asking for money, whatever it is, right? It should not be more than 1 page. A formal letter should be short and concise. A formal letter should be direct to the point. Surat rasmi haruslah tepat, pendek dan jitu. I don't know in Malay what it means. Short and concise. You tak nak melewah sangat. Yes, there are some elaboration, but it's not a love letter. It's just the function of a cover letter is just to announce why you send in the resume, why you applying for the company, and what position do you want. That's it. That's it. Jangan melewah-lewah, jangan buat page karangan 3-4 page. No, it's wrong. In the real world, right? Kalau you hantar saya, HR manager, kan? HR adalah jabatan yang paling busy di mana-mana organisasi. You pergilah Intel, you pergilah Osram, you pergilah mana-mana. Jabatan yang paling busy, paling teruk buat kerja adalah jabatan human resource. You bagi I cover letter 3-4 page, I will not read it. I will not read it. Is it impressive? 3-4 page? Maybe, yeah, it's impressive, but it's a waste of time. because all of your information will be in your resume. Should be in your resume. And if it's not, then your resume, there's something wrong with it lah. So cover letter, tolonglah jangan dengar siapa-siapa cerita dengan you. Oh, buat karangan, buat ayat melewah, apa, elaborate 3-4 page, cerita pasal pengalaman. No. One page. But here's the thing. That one page doesn't mean that you can just write a very short cover letter. Okay, one of the key area when you are writing cover letter, contohnya katakanlah ini surat you kan. Let's take a look at. Sorry, let me just. Okay, so let's say this is your cover letter. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so let me just delete this. Okay, you buat surat. Surat you memang pendek gila. Too short. Now this is the problem. Why? So this is your letter, right? So majority of your letter is empty space. Majority of your letter is empty space. Ruang kosong. Okay. So what the problem is that you will look lazy. You akan nampak malas. Tak boleh juga nampak kosong. So try to make it one page full. Try. Okay. Ataupun 8/10 minimum. Okay. Jangan biar kosong. Biar kosong, the perception of the reader is that this person is lazy. Perception dia malas nak buat surat. Kalau you surat, apa kena buat surat dengan malas? Kalau surat pun you malas nak buat, nak mencari kerja pun you malas. Nak apply kerja, minta kerja pun you dah tunjuk yang you ni malas. Apatah lagi bila you dah bekerja. Is that fair? No, but that is the perception. Remember, especially for my classes, right? Finding a job is a perception process. Mencari kerja adalah proses perception. How do people perceive you? And people make their perception, people make the evaluation or judgment like that. Based on your picture, based on your cover letter, based on your resume, based on the based on what they see. Okay, sorry for the new ones who are not my students. Okay, let me just briefly explain. Okay, dengar dulu sekejap. The job hunting process is a very unfair process. It's an unfair process. Okay, no matter what you say, no matter how mad you get, no matter how angry you get, it is an unfair process. Why? Because the evaluation is based subjectively. Okay, again, kalau I nak cari bekerja, okay, kalau I interview Alia, I interview Amira, I interview Atira and so on, right? I cannot spend 1 year, 2 years and 3 years lepak dengan you, minum dengan you, kenal mak bapak you, kenal kawan you, nak kenal you siapa sebenarnya. I don't have that time. I takkan tahu sama ada Atira ni betul-betul orang yang rajin, betul-betul orang malas, betul-betul orang yang bagus, pandai and so on. I will never know. Because the interview process itself is short, around 10 to 15 minutes. Max 1 hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So how do I make my decisions? I make my decision based on my perception. So the perception judgment starts from the very beginning, from your cover letter, from your resume, from the way you dress, and so on lah. But for today, we talk about cover letter and resume. So please remember, you have to make sure that everything is perfect. Perfect, meaning, for this example, for cover letter, you cannot have big empty spaces here. Tak boleh ada ruang kosong. Okay, tak boleh hantar surat tak sign. And you cannot have a cover letter that is copy and paste from the internet. Anything that can make you look bad will significantly decrease your chances of getting that job. Jangan copy and paste, jangan malas buat surat. You have to do it properly. Okay, so let me just back it up. Okay, so for cover letter, right? So right now, we're going to talk for the first part of cover letter, learning cover letter, we're going to talk about the format first. We're going to talk about the format first, okay? Again, I'm not going to elaborate too much on this because, yeah, cover letter, basically you have learned this since high school. You dah belajar benda ni daripada sekolah menengah. You don't need me to reteach you again over and over again. Okay, so let's take a look. Am I sharing? Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sharing. So let's take a look at this part here that I'm highlighting here. Okay, so here is the address. Okay, address apa? Address pengirim, penghantar. Your address. Do you need to put in your name? Up to you. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the letter, you will write your name again. Okay? So you can put in your name or not. It's up to you. It's okay. The new format, you don't have commas at the end. Tak ada lagi dah koma-koma di hujung ni. Tak ada lagi dah. No more commas ini kan. You can have commas in the middle. Di tengah-tengah ni nak koma boleh. Tak ada masalah. But in the end, you don't need any more commas. Okay, so this is your address. Okay, and then you skip one line, and then you put in your date, tarikh. Okay, the format of the date is up to you. You can put in as 2nd January 2012, 2022. You can put in as up to you. But much more appropriate if you put it as something like this. Again, don't worry too much on the format. Again, you're not sending it to English teachers. Okay, people in the real world don't really care about these kind of things. Okay, just make sure no typos lah, no typos, everything is correct, grammar and everything lah. Okay, so put in the date here. Okay, and then skip one line. Now here, there's a bit of error here. No, you don't need all this. Okay, now the most important part in a cover letter should be the name. Sir, kalau I nak hantar surat kat Maybank atau I nak hantar surat dekat Intel, Osram, macam mana nak tahu nama penerima? Sayang, phone iPhone, nak call tak boleh ke? Nak Google tak boleh ke? Okay, better call Intel, call Osram, call whatever. Tanya, hello, nama saya Azril, saya nak hantar resume ni. Tapi saya nak tahu siapa nama HR manager sana, boleh tak? Nama penuh dia. Mati ke? 2 minit, 3 minit je. You have to understand one thing, right? People are easy to please. people are simple creatures, right? I sebagai orang yang dah bekerja, right? I sebagai orang dah bekerja. Okay? Apa-apa surat yang saya dapat zaman sekarang ni, dah kerja ni, semuanya bil. Bil telefon, bil elektrik, bil rumah, bil. Semuanya I kena keluar duit. Okay? But, kalau I HR manager, I dapat surat orang minta kerja, I dapat surat, you minta kerja, you tulis nama I siap-siap, what do I feel? I feel appreciated. Saya rasa dihargai. So, kalau I rasa dihargai, because you took your time to find my name and to write my name, you bukan setakat tulis HR manager 00. HR manager terlampau. It's his title, it's not me. My name is Azril, right? So when you take the time to research, you take the time to find out who I am and write down my name, I feel appreciated. And when I feel appreciated, what happens to your resume? Your likelihood to be called for a job interview is increased. I akan lebih suka resume you berbanding dengan resume orang yang setakat hantar nama pangkat saja. Ingat tak? Okay, tak apalah, saya ingat. Do you remember the first time you got a letter under your name? Ingat tak kali pertama you dapat surat atas nama you? First time yang hidup you dapat surat. Biasalah surat tawaran poli ke, surat apa ke. You excited kan? You feel excited when you got a letter, right? So, Astaghfirullahaladzim. Aiman, can you turn off your camera? Okay, thank you, Mr. Aiman. Okay, so the same way you felt excited when you got your first letter under your name. Okay, people never really change, right? So even for us adults yang dah bekerja 10 tahun, 20 tahun, we feel appreciated when we got letters, yalah, under our name lah. So tak susah. Okay, Google ataupun call, tanya apa nama human resource manager. Okay, so the first part is the name. The second is job title. The second is the job title. Sorry, give me a second. Sorry, somebody's okay. Sorry, a bit of distraction. Okay, sorry. Where was I? So the first is this is the name, and then the job title. Kena letak. You have to respect their job title because senang dia dapat pangkat tu. And then their company's name. Seven Happiness Travels in Berhad, Intel in Berhad, Osram. Okay, and then one line address. Address satu line saja. Tak perlu buat address penuh. Surat tu dah sampai dekat dia. So alamat yang you hantar tu betul lah. Okay, it's just a formality. Just a formality. You don't need to put in nombor 48 Jalan Tebikai, Lorong Kedah 2, Taman Sri Lala, tak perlu. Just one line. Okay, so name, the position, the company's name, and then one line address. Tak perlu banyak-banyak. Tak perlu banyak. Okay, then dia kalau lelaki dia sir, atau perempuan dia madam. Kalau nak tahu madam tu, dia tu dah kahwin ke belum? Macam mana nak tahu dia dah kahwin ke belum? Kena tanya ke? Tak perlu. Tak perlu, okay? This is a bit of a difference in culture, okay? Madam in English doesn't, memang nama maksud dia puan. Tapi Malaysia puan maksud dah kahwin, cik dah belum kahwin kan? But in English, madam just means that this is an adult woman that you respect. Okay, macam sir and madam. Okay, sir and madam. Just a respectable, respectful salutations. Okay, how you greet someone, sir atau madam. Okay, tak kisahlah madam tu terbuka untuk yang dah kahwin atau belum. It's a difference of translation, to be honest. Okay, so let's go back. What the hell? Okay, Madam Huda, if you're in here, okay, I don't know. Somebody's WhatsApping to join. If you can see me giving the bengkel, it's me lah, Huda. Okay. Sorry. Okay, I cannot be distracted lah. Okay, so then this is a guy, so dia sir. Sir, kalau dia maknya, melampau lah tu. Biar pi. Tengok nama dia. Okay, nama dia lelaki atau perempuan. Dia sir. Okay, and then skip one line and then the title. Okay, the title. Okay, maybe applying for the position of electrical technician. Nah, underline. Okay, please make sure it's capitalized on the important words. For the word for and the and of, not really needed. What the hell? Okay, now, actually here, okay, in any formal letter, how you would start is, to make it easy, I am writing this letter to copy and paste your title. Why are you repeating the title? You just want to make sure that your intent of the letter is understood by the reader. To apply for the position of electrical technician. Full stop. Okay, that's your first paragraph. Sorry, give me a second here. Yes, okay. They're removing students. Why? Why? Who removed? Why? I'm sorry, give me a second here. Then can they? Okay, I'm accepting. Ada orang menggatal tangan ni. Sorry. Tell story. Sorry, it seems there's some software malfunction. If you are being removed, I'll try to request one more time. to join the activity, to join this being killed. I'm sorry. I can't be distracted, to be honest. Okay, I apologize for that. So that's your first paragraph. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. We're not gonna worry about that just yet. So let's take on the final paragraph. Okay, I'm available at your convenience for an interview. Please feel free to call me at any time of your convenience. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, bukan yours faithfully. Aduh. Okay, this is the formal letter. Yours faithfully means milik anda dengan ikhlas and so on. Yes, it's common sometimes in formal letter people do write it this way. Yours faithfully. No, don't do it this way. Okay, you need to show, you need to reflect that you are a professional. So the best sentence is to write the word best regards. Okay, please do not have an electronic signature. Please sign it using a pen after you have printed the letter. Okay, so this is the standard format. Okay, apa ni? Try semua masuk last minute tu yang tak try. Code or I'm sorry. So seorang buat ni. Okay, so this is the format. So the format basically is how should I put it? The same for everyone else. Okay, it's gonna be similar to any other cover letter that's being written by every other person. Sama je. Okay, the title, you repeat the title to basically reiterate why you are sending a letter. Okay, and then the closing. Basic closing. I'm available at your convenience for interview. Please feel free to call me at any time. Okay. I look forward to hearing from you. This is very common. Best regards, signature, your name. So this is very common. This is the standard way of writing a single page cover letter. But what's important is not this. Again, I keep telling you. You hantar surat rasmi kepada orang luar, majikan apa semua, orang industri semua. They don't care about the format or whether you follow, do you have perfect English or not. They don't really care. You need, so what is important is this part here, the content. Content ni yang penting. But again, it cannot be too long, it cannot be too short. Make sure your letter is one full page. Okay, sekejap Ramai tengah panik ni, ramai yang kena tendang. Ada tak siapa-siapa yang kick student saya daripada ni? Jangan tolak yang tendang Ada masalah sekarang ni. Okay, so what's important is your content. So what should you write in your content? The standard way, in which when I say standard, please take note. When I say standard means not good. Kenapa tak bagus? Sebab standard, kalau you seorang buat cara macam itu, berpuluh, beribu orang lain pun akan buat cara yang sama. Aduh, siapa yang dalam ni tolong jangan remove Ada orang remove ni. Tak tahu, saya tak tahu, sorry. Try apply lagi. I tengah buat bingkit. I tak tahu siapa yang remove you guys. Can you guys try apply sekali lagi? Okay, I will accept. Sorry, I tengah buat bingkit ni. Kesian lagi tengah belajar. You try je. Okay. I tell you what. I will. What is this? Sir. Macam mana sir yang tak ada? I yang tak ada? Wait. Guys, can you hear me? I need your... Hello? Anybody there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ada complain. Mr. PC. So tak ada. Restart PC kalau you ada masalah tak nampak saya. Tak apa. I will publish this in YouTube. You can watch it in YouTube. Where was I? Okay. So let's go back to the content. So standard means not good. Means that berpuluh ribu orang, beribu orang akan buat cara yang sama. You don't want that. You don't want to be standard. You want to be special. You want to pop. You nak majikan tu ingat you melalui surat you. So the content, okay, what is the standard way? First, let's talk about standard way. The standard way is I am a diploma of civil engineering graduate from PTSB. Okay, PTSB. I got 4.5. Yeah, you try je. Kalau tak, shoot. Okay, keep on trying. Keep on trying masuk. Kalau tak boleh, tak apa. I akan upload dalam YouTube untuk kelas ni. Yeah. Sorry. So the standard way, I am a diploma of civil engineering graduate from PTSB. My grade point average is 3.41. While at PTSB, I am active in soccer and football. My hobby is listening to the radio and music. Blah 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 blah. Things that are inconsequential for the reader, for managers, for job employees. Benda-benda yang orang tak pentingkan pun. Yes, your diploma is important. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not the highlight of who you are. Again, kalau you nak apply kerja technician sebagai katakanlah electrical engineer, electrical technician dekat Intel, you dah memang first thing first wajib ada diploma dalam electrical engineering. Benda tu bukan special. It's a requirement. So it shouldn't be your highlight of who you are. Faham tak? Contoh gini lah. You nak bawa kereta, apa yang wajib ada? You kena ada lesen. So adakah bila you ada lesen itu buat you special? No. Memang wajib ada lesen. Macam gitu bila you apply kerja electrical technician ke, surveyor ke, and so on ke, pembantu accountant ke. Diploma you is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not a highlight of who you are as a professional. Ia tidak, yalah, it's not a highlight. So you should highlight who you are as a professional. So this is the standard way. You should avoid this standard way. Okay. So let me just open up this one. Ini second ya, I takut ada yang lagi nak apply ni. Semua boleh apply. Jangan, siapa-siapa jangan jahat tangan jahatlah. Kalau you tiba-tiba buang orang daripada ni Okay. Okay, so these three, bullet points are the three main ways you can talk about yourself in the cover letter. Again, you don't need to talk about your qualification, your work experience, your all other stuff, because all of those will be in the resume. The resume. It shouldn't be your highlight. So you should highlight these kind of things. The first style that you can talk about when in the cover letter is you can talk about what you can bring to the company. Apa yang you boleh bawa kepada kami sebut? Is it your skills? Is it your job experience? Is it achievement from the past employment? Or new ideas you want to show or contribute to the company? What do I mean by this, right? Katakanlah you nak apply untuk Intel. Okay, sebagai pembantu engineer. Maybe you ada ambil sijil dalam Python. Maybe you ada sijil, ambil sijil luar daripada dalam software engineering atau software coding, ataupun maybe you ada apa-apa menang pertandingan. So something that is unique about you that you can bring it to the company. And this part is a bit, how should I put it? Difficult. Why? Because you need to line up with the company. What do I mean by this? Okay, you apply kerja Intel. Okay, electrical technician. You dalam cover letter tu you cakap, oh, I am very good at football, soccer, or I am very good at bricklaying. I am very good at piping. jawatan dia you nak minta sebagai electrical technician. Tak ada kena-mengena. So you have to match up with the position that you're looking for. So what can you bring to the company? Or maybe, right, katakanlah dalam bahagian sales, sales sikit. Katakanlah you nak apply sebagai manager bahagian credit card di Maybank contohnya. So you can talk about your past experience working in sales. Contohnya, I used to work at Sangheng Electronics. So in 1 month of sale, I'm averaging about 80,000 ringgit of sales, 50% more, 20% more compared to my peers. I am the lead seller in my department. So when it comes to sale, I'm very experienced. I know how to handle sales well. So with that experience, I have been given a chance to lead a team in how to make sales pitch to the customers. So you cakap pasal sales. So you apply jawatan kat Maybank dalam bahagian credit card company ke credit card management ke apa ke, you can talk about your experience in sales and how you can bring that experience to that new company. And you cakap, especially if you can provide numbers lah. Especially if you can provide numbers. Again, gaji-gaji ni contohnya. Maybe you can cerita pasal, oh, I used to, I have a portfolio in software, Android software development. These are my apps that I develop myself, and you can find it in the App Store under my username, blah, 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 blah. So when I work for your company, I can contribute my skills and expertise in app development and contribute more to your company. So you show your value, you show your worth based on what you can do. Nampak tak? It doesn't have to be skills, it can be also be experience. Apa yang you boleh bawa kepada company tersebut. Okay, any questions so far? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me a second ya. Apa pasal ramai sangat yang baru masuk ni? Okay, so let's move on. Am I sharing? Okay. The second way you can write for the content of the cover letter, you can even write on the reasons why you love to work for the company. It can be ambition, it can be because of legacy, it can be the company's salary or benefits. Okay, when you talk about ambition, right? This is what I call a bit of a romantic style of writing. A bit of romantic style. You are trying to urge the reader based on emotions. It is a bit tricky, but I think you understand it. You cerita lah. Okay, saya dah selalu nak bekerja dengan Intel daripada kecil sampai besar. I'm speaking Malay so you can understand it. Of course you have to write in English, right? Daripada kecil saya besar, saya memang peminat komputer. Saya pasang komputer saya daripada Pentium 4 contohnya. Saya pakai tengah sendiri kan. Saya sentiasa I always followed Intel progress throughout the years and how Intel has been competing with AMD. Ceritalah macam mana you suka Intel. And I have been dreaming since I was in university or diploma so that one day I can work at Intel. I have been in love with Intel products since I was 12 years old. You ceritalah pasal macam mana you suka dia punya company, you gila dia punya product ke and so on. You show passion. That's the word. Passion. Minat you. You tunjuk minat you. Tunjuk sini you macam mengarang cerita lah. You show your passion why you want to work for the company. You can also talk about legacy. Okay, legacy is I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it because it's a 50-50 thing. Okay, so what do I mean by legacy means? Your father worked Intel, your uncle worked Intel, or your brother worked Intel, and you love to be a part of the Intel family because your entire family has dedicated their lives to work for Intel. Contohnya, I use Intel sebab ada kilang Intel sini ya, senang faham. Tak kisah Intel ke ataupun Osram ke ataupun AMD ke any other. And so you talk about legacy. Legacy means you ada saudara mara, pakcik, makcik yang ke sana, and you want to be just like them. You nak jadi macam dia orang. That's what legacy means. And you can also talk about salary or benefits. Yes, cakap pasal salary. It's not wrong to wanting a good salary. It's not wrong wanting good benefits. Mana-mana majikan yang matang, yang professional, bila dia dapat surat You kata, I want to work for your company because compared to the other compared to the other industries which peers AMD or Osram, they pay in comparison to to Intel's salary and benefits. Intel provide much more competitive salary and benefits, and I can see myself working in Intel for the next 20 to 30 years. You can talk about something about that. You talk about macam mana salary yang dibagi oleh AMD lagi besar daripada company lain. Kalau you play AMD, you macam mana AMD apa career apa prospects, maksudnya kemakanan untuk you pangkat. The career prospect in AMD is a lot better compared to the other industries in Malaysia. So you can talk about that. So you tunjuk yang you nak kerja dengan AMD sebab dia orang bagi gaji yang paling tinggi ataupun career prospect yang lebih bagus atau benefits yang lagi besar berbanding dengan company lain. You can talk about that because that is the mature way to do it. It's matured, matang. Because everybody who's working, orang dah umur 30 tahun, 50 tahun, dia orang faham. Pekerja bekerja sebab dia orang nak gaji. Tak ada pekerja dia nak bekerja tak nak gaji. People need money to survive. And you are being straightforward, you are being honest, you put out the expectation that they can get from you are expecting from them, and you put out what they can expect from you. It's a fair contract, it's balanced. Faham tak? Cashback. So you straight up tell them, I want to work for Osram because Osram is the best company in Malaysia in terms of electrical manufacturing goods. Osram offered the highest salary compared to other factories in Kulim or other electronic factories in Kulim and so on. Cerita pasal salary, benefits and job prospect. You talk about that. And it's okay. In fact, people most likely untuk veteran-veteran umur 30, 40, 50 tahun ni yang dah kerja ni, they will respect you for it because you know what you want. Sebab susah untuk majikan-majikan ni dia jumpa orang-orang muda yang tahu apa yang dia nak. If you straight up tell them what you want, they can respect you more about that. They can respect you more because you know what you want. Sorry. Melepas sikit. Okay, let's take a look at this part here. How you fit with the company. You can also talk about this. Okay, you can talk about your skills and job experience. It's the same way with this one. Okay, you need to show what makes you different compared to your friends who have the same diploma as you. Again, you cannot say, oh, I nak kerja dengan you sebab I ada diploma dalam electrical engineering. No. Diploma you to basic requirement. What else do you got? Your experience, your skills. Did you learn any other additional skills that can matter to the employer, or your achievements? And macam you pernah ada apa? When employer talk about achievements, right? When people ask you, what is your achievement in poly? They are not asking, oh, I dapat dekan. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Dapat dekan tu bagus. But for employers, dapat dekan is so. When they talk about achievements, is what is your achievements based on your profession, based on who you are as a professional. So did you join any competition? Ada join FIRA tak? Ada join apa-apa skill based competition tak? Macam FIRA, macam apa? Bridge building competition, or did you achieve anything as a leader? Contohnya you masuk dalam apa askar wataniah ke, ada masuk dalam MPP ke, those kind of achievements that reflects who you are as a professional, or at least who you are as a leader. So you can talk about that, how you can be a good leader in the company, or how your achievements in FIRA robotic championship, or in bridge building, bina jambatan, how it makes you a better engineer. Faham tak? It reflects on you as a professional. So these are the 3 things that you should be writing in your cover letter. Not all 3. Choose 1 or 2 maximum. Okay? Faham? That's it. Okay. Any questions so far on cover letter? Okay. So samples. Okay. These are the examples that I can give you for your cover letter content. The specialized training I received in small business management and customer service at Pahang University. This is very, very vague. I don't really like this sample here. Okay? No, not good. What do you mean by specialized training? You have to specifically mention the training. What training do you mean by this? Do you mean training in contract accountancy, law, whatever it is? Okay, training is a very vague word. Okay? You have to mention a specific skill. Okay, this one, I gain valuable experience in leadership and working with people through active involvement. Again, bad examples. Bad examples. I gain valuable experience in leadership and working with people through active involvement with several clubs and organizations. What clubs? What organization? Be specific with, and because why? Because clubs and organization matter. Okay, kalau you masuk club chess, it doesn't matter. But if you masuk dalam MPP, Majlis Program Pelajar, atau you sebagai AJK Jabatan U, ataupun you sebagai AJK Pusat Islam, in actual organization where you have to deal with teamwork, where you have to deal with handling programs, that actually matters. Itu yang penting. Okay, you have to be specific with MPP ke, or Askar Wataniah ke, and so on. You have to be specific. Okay. Another bad example. Because I love traveling, I enjoyed a 4-month tour through Europe before returning to Malaysia. My recent training in business compelled me to pay special attention to the operation of the European tourism industry. I obtained and recorded a wealth of valuable information and ideas that I'm eager to put to work for your agency. Again, this is vague. Terlampau broad. What training? What training did you receive? Did you receive in language training? Did you receive training in customer service? Did you receive training in handling tour guide, whatever? You have to be specific. You have to be specific. Okay. And finally, okay, to close up, to sum up, your cover letter should be readable and clean format. Okay. Surat rasmi you kenalah bersih. Okay. Sorry second. Okay. Maksudnya jangan ada bunga-bunga, jangan ada daun, jangan ada apa. Clean and readable. Okay. Up to date formal letter format. Try follow format macam gini. Tak perlu line panjang satu panjang tu dah. Okay. Do not include weird accessories or decoration in the letter. Okay, pictures of floral pattern. Tak perlu masukkan apa, ada bunga, ada apa. Make it simple. Again, formal letter is a professional letter. Surat dia memang professional. It's very simple, short, concise, direct to the point. Okay, your cover letter should highlight your key advantages to be accepted for the position. Again, isi dia ni, what makes you special? The content part here. What makes you special? Please turn off your mic, sir. Please turn on the mic. Yeah, I had the mic on. Somebody speaking. Sorry. Muhammad Iman. Tolong off mic. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Please turn on your mic. So your cover letter should be short and concise. Okay. Again, cover letter bukannya surat cinta. This is not a love letter. Elaboration should be as straight to the point as possible. Should not be too short, not too long. And paling penting, tolonglah for the love of God, do not copy and paste from your friends. Walaupun betapa hebat pun you fikir diri you, oh aku tiru daripada orang ni, mana tahu. Orang yang you tiru tu pun tiru daripada buku di internet. Majikan-majikan ni, dia dah terima beratus-ratus beribu-ribu surat. And untuk dia tengok surat tu, 5 saat saja. Dia tengok sekali je, dia tahu. Itu copy and paste dari internet ke tidak. Bila, sir, apa masalah copy and paste? Masalah simple. Dia buat you nampak malas. Sayang, kalau buat surat pun dah malas. Apatah lagi kalau I ambil you kerja. Agak-agak you buat surat pun dah malas. Nak minta kerja pun malas. Agak-agak you dah kerja nanti, you ni jenis pemalas ke jenis rajin? Pada saya, pemalas lah. Sir, tak adil. Lantak hang lah hal tak adil. But that's the way people will perceive you. Itu pandangan orang kat you. Orang buat judgement, penilaian macam itu. Buat surat pun malas, apatah lagi kerja. Jangan copy and paste. Yes, format memang sama. Okay? Alamat lebih kurang sama, pembuka memang sama, penutup memang sama, tak ada apa. Tapi isi tak boleh copy and paste. Jangan malas. Okay? So cover letter in summary, make sure your language, meaning that, again, proofread. Proofread means bila you dah siap, bagi orang lain baca. Make sure that person is good in English lah. Kan? So make sure that your language is correct, your grammar is correct, and paling penting, tak ada typo, tak ada salah je. Kalau banyak typo, nampak sangat you pemalas. Okay? Yes, sir. Any question? Hello? Okay. The format, the length, again, tolonglah, just one page. One page full, bukan one page separuh, one page full. Okay. And please make sure your purpose of sending the letter is clearly stated. Okay. Especially here, bahagian tajuk dan bahagian the first paragraph, first line here. Make sure you clearly tell them what you want, why you are sending that your resume. Kena beritahu direct. Kena beritahu. Okay. So that is cukup sejam untuk cover letter. Okay. Alhamdulillah. So any questions on cover letter for the last time? Any questions so far? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So cover letter ni sejam je. I tak nak lebih-lebih sebab resume lagi penting. Bagi banyak benda kita bincang, lagi penting lah. A lot more that we need to talk about in a resume. Give me a second ya. Okay, kita break dulu seminit boleh? So let's take a break for 1 minute and then kita akan sambung dengan resume ni. Kita break dulu ya. Okay, Assalamualaikum. Sorry lambat sikit. I be toilet. Okay, so now we are coming back going to resume. Cover letter penting, tapi resume pun
Sir,
penting.
suara Sir slow.
Sorry, slow. Thank you. Yep. Yep. Device settings sekejap ya. Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Slow ke tak? Dengar dah. Okay, thank you. So if my voice is slow, please tell me. Please turn off your mic. Ni bengkel bukan kelas. Okay, kalau kelas apa, ni bengkel. Okay, so let's go to resume. So, let's start. Give me a second. Let me just share. Oops. Okay. So, let's talk about resume. So people always mention CV, curriculum vitae, and resume. Is there a difference or should you care? So now the thing is, right, for most people in the real world, and especially in the academic sector, dalam lecturer, cikgu yang ajar kan, to them resume dengan CV ni benda yang sama. No, it's not. Resume and CVs are two different things. Okay, a curriculum vitae is actually a very in-depth document that describes your career journey step by step. So it includes a lot of personal information, and especially, okay, it has a comprehensive description of everything you have ever done during your career. Okay, so especially yang paling banyak curriculum IT ni, especially in two sectors, especially in what do you call it? Bagian job experience, you will have this section though. This section is called job responsibility and job achievements. Ada dua section tambahan. So untuk satu kerja saja kan, you boleh go up to half a page or one page, because when you're working, right, you will have a lot of job responsibility. For example, like me, right? Yes, I'm a lecturer, I teach, but I have other job responsibility. So for example, I design test questions, I handle MQA documentations, I handle debate training and whatnot. So I have to describe my activities, my responsibilities. So for debate training, what did I do? I was the head trainer for a debate competition in 2005, and we won the PTSB championship, whatever. So I have to describe my job responsibility, what I did, when I did it, what was my achievements, and so on and so on. So lepas tu, yeah, for just one and then training, and then what kind of training they do, additional training. Maybe I can talk about I train in software development. Maybe I train a bit on language teaching, more training at this place and so on. So untuk satu kerja saja kan boleh sampai satu page. That's why a CV, right, usually untuk curriculum vitae, it can range anywhere between 2 to 8 pages and longer. CV tebal, curriculum vitae technically tebal. Kan? Bahagian job experience dengan bahagian other skills. Other skills lagi lah. The more you work, especially if you are JKA, JKE dan JKM, okay, JKA, JKM take note nanti akan we'll go back to this later. If you have worked for 5 to 10 years, right, you punya bahagian other skills tu 2 page setengah standard untuk other skills sahaja. So don't worry, we're not gonna talk about CV. That's not in your syllabus. We're gonna talk about your resume. So forget about this salah ni. So in resume, right, it is a short, straight to the point document created for the purpose for applying to a specific job. Unlike CV, you should try to keep your resume as concise as possible. In 99% of the case, you want to keep your resume from 1 to 2 pages max. So usually for JKE, JKM, JKA specifically, untuk jabatan JKE, JKA, JKM, roughly CV you memang 2 page. Kalau resume you 2 page. Kalau resume you satu page, you salah buat. You salah buat resume you. Ada sebab. We'll talk about it later. Okay. So for other non-science stream punya qualifications, kan? Contohnya science social ke, TESOL ke, macam saya ke. Bila kami first time buat resume, memang 1 page lah. Tapi untuk you, budak engineering, technical students, kan, budak TVET and so on, memang 2 page. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Okay, now this is a bit controversial. A lot of teachers, a lot of lecturers will disagree with me. But for me, I discourage or I would like you to avoid these kind of resume. Number 1, graphic resume. We'll talk about more of that later. Okay, graphic resume. What is a graphic resume? We'll talk about later. Copy and paste resume ataupun job resume. Okay. Again, let's talk about these two first. Okay. So the graphic resume first. Graphic resume, yes, it is becoming widely popular. But memang ramai orang pakai, memang ramai orang guna, memang ramai teacher ngajar pakai graphic resume. Popular doesn't mean it is the right choice. And especially for JKE, JKA, JKM. Budak-budak JKE, JKA, JKM dalam ni dengar betul. Because it don't contain your critical information. Ini yang paling penting. Benda-benda informasi-informasi yang penting pasal diri you sebagai engineer tak boleh ada. Susah nak ada dalam graphic resume. Boleh ada lah. Tapi style graphic resume itu membuatkannya tenggelam. And graphic resume can be confusing. So let me show you an example of a graphic resume. So this is an example of a graphic resume, right? Contohnya lah, you ada diploma dalam graphic design, kan? So ini graphic resume. Let's take a look here, design field. Contohnya, skill design field. Logo, ada bar ni. Brand identity, ada bar ni. Apa ni? Hijau. So maksudnya you 90% boleh buat logo. UI design you cuma boleh buat 20%. Apa ni? So it's confusing. It means nothing. Tak ada makna apa-apa. It doesn't highlight your skill. Yes, you wrote down your skill, but these bars means nothing. Adakah bar ini menunjukkan mastery you? Is that it? Maybe. But it shouldn't be this way, right? So it looks nice. It looks great. But for technical students, JKE, JKM, JKE, it doesn't really highlight who you are as a professional. Interest. Apa ni? Basketball, terbang, motor, bola. What is this? Okay, so graphic resume, yes, it's fun to look at. Memang seronok tengok, sedap mata memandang, betul. It can be impactful. Boleh jadi satu benda yang impactful. But for TVET students, for technical students, avoid it. Okay? We'll talk more about it later. Don't worry. Job street resume. Aduh, sayang. Anak-anakku sayang. Okay? This is copy and paste. It shows you are lazy. Why? Dengar sini This is an example of job street resume. Macam mana nak buat job street resume? Let me show you. I bukan ajar you buat. I ajar you macam mana orang buat lah. Jangan salah faham. Let me just unshare this button first. Let me just open my job street account. Okay. Let me log in Muhammad Azrael. Give me a second. Sorry, komputer saya slow sikit. Okay, where is it? Okay, so if I want to create an easy resume, again, sayang, bukan you seorang fikir macam gitu. Kalau you fikir, malas ni buat resume, alah pilih job street lah. You fikir macam itu, berpuluh ribu orang, beratus ribu orang graduate pun fikir macam gitu. Everybody thinks like that. Senang kan? Tapi Okay, macam mana buat job street resume? Senang je. You pergi pada profile you. Okay. You tekan ni. Print. Dah dapat dah you punya resume. Senang je resume. Nampak senang kan? Semua maklumat ada. Semua. Apa yang you key in dalam job street semua you dapat. An easy way to create resume. Betul, senang. Memang senang sayang. But the thing is, 10,000 orang, 20,000 orang, 100,000 orang pun fikir macam you. And when you do that, you hantar saya majikan job street resume you. I tengok satu start I tahu ini resume job street. Sebab semuanya format yang sama. So bila sorry. I'm not sharing ha. Sorry. Tak beritahu I tak share. So nak buat job street resume senang saja. You pergi pada profile you, Muhammad Azril ni. Okay, you klik sini. Ni you punya job street resume. Nampak tak? Can you see this? Memang senang nak buat kan? Memang senang. Okay. Oops, sorry. Where was I? Okay. But again, as I've told you before, majikan dah masak dah. Dia tengok resume job street tu, satu saat je, sekali pandang je, pop. Ini job street resume. Kalau you nak buat resume pun you malas, pandangan majikan, nak buat resume ni sendiri pun malas, kalau nak kedah kerja, confirm lah lagi malas. You don't want that perception of you being lazy. You tak nak orang anggap you malas. Belum interview pun orang dah anggap you malas, apatah lagi dah dapat kerja. Do you understand this concept, guys? You faham tak? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so please understand that simple concept. You don't want them, the employers, to view you, untuk lihat you sebagai pemalas. A very simple concept. You don't want that to happen. So job street resume, no. You are not smart. You tak pandai. Oh, pandainya aku. Buat resume pakai job street je lah. Lagi senang. No. Berpuluh ribu orang dah buat cara style you. Okay, it shows you are lazy. Okay. Okay, so do not do a job street resume. A resume, okay, let me sum up what is a resume. Okay, I forgot to put it in the slide. A resume is a representation of who you are as a professional. Ini saya, physical, Muhammad Azril. Okay, ini saya, Muhammad Azril, physical, Muhammad Azril Adnan. Resume you adalah your representation. Ini adalah saya, Muhammad Azril, secara professional. Who am I as a professional? So you are creating yourself. You tengah membina diri you melalui kepingan kertas. You are creating of what you look like as a professional. So resume is a very important part of job hunting mechanics. It's very important. It's critical. Okay, tolong faham tu. It's who you are as a professional. Okay, so let's continue. Next, another easy way to create resume. Very easy. I ajar you. Okay. Tapi again, apa yang I ajar ni sekarang ni adalah benda-benda yang you jangan buat lah. Okay. File. Am I sharing? Please make sure I'm sharing. Okay. I hope you can see this. File. New. Okay. Sini. Kat new tu ada box ni. You type the word resume. Search. Berpuluh resume you nak buat. And again, majoritinya adalah graphic resume. Senang. Memang senang. Tengok ni. Dah ada dah template. Tak susah sayang buat resume. Okay. Tekan ni. Isi nama you. Tak susah kan? Tak susah kan? Memang senang. Pilih mana-mana template yang you nak. File. New. Type resume. Press enter. Pilih mana-mana yang you nak. Let's see, aku pilih mana. This one. Create. Pilih ni. You. Cerita profile you. Masukkan maklumat. Dah. Depending on the style of resume you want lah. Senang. But again, senang doesn't mean that it's the proper way to do it. Because a lot of the information that you want to convey are unable to be conveyed through those templates. Jangan. But again, I can be wrong. Mungkin ada satu template tu yang sesuai lah. Carilah, saya tahu lah kan. So let's talk about creating a resume. Okay. So what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to teach you. I'm not going to give you templates. Give me a second here. Sekejap. Sorry. Pause. So this one is key to so for the record, I'm for the side doors. Okay. Wait, for the record, I'm not responsible kalau tiba-tiba ada depan. Asal kenapa pintu ini kena terbuka? I'm not responsible. Okay, I will only lock the. Okay, so ada kunci bil. Enggak ada. Kayu tak ada kan? Sorry. Kayu kayu dah. Telefon bangga dah. So beli kunci Beli kunci Tolong beritahu, can you help me? Favor? Can you ask her to lock the doors after leaving? Because I will be notified. Okay, sorry. Let's go back. Sorry. Protocol kunci pejabat. Maaf Where was I? I forgot. Okay. So, okay. I'm not saying the group. So, for resume, I'm not going to give you templates, right? Okay. Jangan. Please lah. Ini dah memang jadi case, okay? Industri dah pening kepala, dah complete. Kenapa student kita orang, budak poli ni, ramai resume copy and paste. Bahagian skill pun copy and paste. Astaghfirullah. Sayang, no. Bila you copy and paste daripada kawan you are just being lazy. You're not being smart. You nak apply kerja, you kena tunjuk yang you ni rajin. Kalau resume you pun you copy and paste daripada kawan you, majikan tahu. Sebab bukan you seorang copy and paste. Beratus orang akan copy and paste. This is a big problem to our students right now. Memang satu issue sekarang ni. So, for the last time, I'm going to tell you again. Do not copy and paste. Please. Okay. So, let's continue. So, what to include, how to create a resume. Okay. So, what to include in a resume. So, this one is important. Okay. Sorry, give me a second here. These are the elements that you need to have in your resume. Ini yang penting yang mesti ada resume you. Wajib ada. So that's why I said, graphic resume, sometimes they miss a few of these elements. Or they do not really highlights the necessary parts of the each of the elements of the resume. So tak elok. Kan? So the first one is a picture. Gambar. Okay, untuk kelas saya dah ajar diorang wajib ada soft copy gambar. Okay, sorry. Untuk yang bukan kelas saya kena minta jugalah. Please take a new picture of yourself. A proper picture. Baju, kemeja, betai, tudung elok, tudung simple, jangan tudung fashion. Okay, proper passport size picture yang latar belakang warna biru. Misai janggut, buang ataupun dicukur rapi. Penting. Dan bila letak gambar baru tu, pastikan mereka bagi you soft copy. This one is very important. Again, the soft copy picture will be used for a lot of things. For your resume, for your job street job street platform, Jobs Malaysia and so on. Bila nak minta kerja pun akan pakai soft copy tu. Kenapa? You akan print banyak gambar, you can upload banyak gambar. Do not use your first semester picture, please, untuk yang baru masuk saya kelas ni. Your first semester picture is useless. Okay, gambar you masa SEM 1 dulu, zaman you baru habis sekolah menengah. Okay, selekeh, selenga, hidung mengalir lagi, ada kuning-kuning kat sini, tak hidung terkeluar, bulu hidung terkeluar. You are still immature during that time. Jangan guna gambar SEM 1, please. Take a new picture. Okay, kalau boleh, kedai itu pastikan bagi soft copy dan pastikan dia touch up sikit lah kesan parut-parut kecil-kecil tu. Okay, janganlah daripada kulit hitam jadi kulit putih. Janganlah. Dia touch up sikit-sikit sahaja. Okay. Please take a new passport size photo with a soft copy provided by the shop lah. Okay, pastikan ada soft copy. Itu penting So when I talk about picture here, I mean a soft copy version. You never ever want to paste physical picture on your resume. You tak nak gam atau lekat gambar pasport you ke atas kertas you. Ke atas resume you. Kenapa? Dia akan buat resume you nampak rosak sikit lah. Dia akan merosakkan resume you. So when you want to print your resume, print resume dalam bentuk color. Dan sekalikan dengan gambar tu lah. Print sekali dengan gambar lah. Print sekali So bentuk color. Okay, we'll talk about each of the section. So personal information, contact information, resume, summary or objective. We'll talk about this in a bit. Education, work experience, relevant skills, extracurricular activities, language and proficiency, and references. Okay, and references. So these are the important elements that you must have in your resume. We'll talk about this one by one. Don't worry. Okay, sorry. So this is a resume sample. Okay. The picture here, okay, again, soft copy. Ini waktu saya kurus. Jangan marah Ini waktu saya kurus zaman dulu tu. Okay, zaman sekarang dah gemuk sikit. Okay. So, again, you need to upload. Do not put in a physical picture and upload a passport size photo. Jangan follow saya ni. Ini sebab saya nak buat contoh saja. Okay, passport size photo. Background warna B. The ratio is wrong here. Ratio salah. Muka saya besar sangat. Sepatutnya ada nampak sedikit bahagian dada saya. Okay. Kepala saya terlalu besar di sini. It's okay lah So, here. Again, you don't have to follow this format, this style of these templates for your resume. You can follow other templates. This is just for example. Okay. So, you put the picture here and you have to put the word resume here. Kena letak tajuk resume. Itu wajib lah. So that people can know that this is a resume document. Memang kena letak perkataan resume. Okay. Next, put in your personal details, your name. Nama pun tak sempat nak tulis. Sorry. Your full name. Okay, your address, full address. Because your resume needs to be complete. Jangan follow formula tadi, single line address kan. It needs to be complete because if they want to send you a letter of job offer ke, they want to call you ke apa ke, you must make sure that everything is complete and up to date. Okay. So alamat, address, with the postcode, with the state and the district. Okay. Your home phone number, your mobile phone number, and your email. Now, for your email, this is very important. For my class, dah tahu dah. Untuk yang bukan kelas saya, dengar sini dulu. Email ni penting. Tolong. Anak-anakku sekalian. Okay. Untuk, sorry. Who is, no Adrina. Okay. So for your email, for my non-students here, please, jangan letak email sasuke@gmail.com, cuteprincess@gmail.com, virgocomel@gmail.com, budakoot@gmail.com. Don't do that, please. Okay, have a proper and professional sounding email. What do I mean by proper? Guna nama you, sayang. Jangan letak nama mengipik-ipik. Aku budak jiwang karat @gmail.com. Orang buka resume you gelak. No. They shouldn't be laughing at your resume. Your resume is an important thing. It's a professional thing. So don't make them laugh. So your email, letak nama apa-apa kan. Sorry, give me a second. Apa? Contohnya, Muhammad Azril 1994 ataupun 2025. I don't care, whatever. Okay. Put your name as your account name for your email account. Okay, a serious and professional sounding email. If you don't have one, create one. Tak sampai 10 minit nak buat email baru. Okay. Use your name and put it in numbers. Apapun nombor yang penting. Tarikh lahir you ke, tarikh lahir mak you ke, tarikh lahir ayah you ke, nombor apa anniversary you dengan boyfriend you ke, I don't care. Okay. Janganlah letak apa macam tashaazril@gmail.com. Letak nama you dengan boyfriend you. Aduh, hai, tak payah. Nama you saja. Okay, penting ni Email amat penting sebab dah banyak kes bila majikan-majikan dapat email pakai pekerja, diorang ada buat macam pertandingan. Jom tengok email siapa paling kelakar. Kan? Sasuke, aduh, dia ni budak umur 6 tahun, 7 tahun. Kena gelaknya. If they cannot find your resume seriously, and they won't find you seriously. Kalau diorang tak boleh nak respect resume you, apatah lagi dengan you. How can they respect you if they don't even respect your resume? Again, your resume is a representation of who you are as a professional. Resume you adalah diri you sebagai professional. Dia mewakili you. Okay? Representing, I don't know what the word is Malay. Mewakili kot, I think. Okay. Next, date of birth, penting. Nationality, wajib. And sex, wajib. Okay, so umur wajib, date of birth. So di sini umur. You don't have to write down your age. You just have to write down the date of birth. Sometimes certain jobs require you to be at certain age. Contohnya, especially kerja kerajaan, tidak boleh melebihi umur 25 tahun, tidak boleh melebihi umur 30 tahun and so on. So they need to know how old you are. Umur penting, especially jawatan kerajaan lah. Dia ada had umur jawatan untuk they have that limit of age when it comes to certain profession. You cannot be above certain age to apply for this job. Tak boleh. So tahun kelahiran tu wajib. Nationality pun wajib. Okay. Kena beritahu terang-terang. Malaysian. Again wajib sebab this comes down to employment laws. Okay. Kalau swasta pun dia orang tak boleh senang-senang ambil orang Indo, ambil orang Singapura. Dia kena ada permit and so on. So kena tulis terang, nationality je apa? Malaysian. Okay, wajib ni memang wajib. Sebab ada kena mengenai undang-undang ambil pekerja. Dia orang tak boleh senang-senang ambil orang luar negara. Kena beritahu. Okay. Sir. Bukan semua orang Malaysia je apply. Sayang. Bila? Kena jawab tu kosong special jobs dulu. Orang Malaysia je apply sayang. Orang Singapura, orang Myanmar, orang Thailand, orang Indon berlambak apply. Okay, berlambak. So you have to make sure you clearly write down your nationality. Memang wajib. And sex. Sex, of course, whether you are a male or a female. Okay? Sir, tapi I lembut. I ni maknya. Don't get me wrong. I don't care. I don't care you lembut ke maknya ke apa ke transgender ke apa ke. I don't care. It's none of my business. Private sector don't really care. Private sector pun tak care. Kalau transgender maknya apa semua berlambak engineer dekat kuliah high-tech yang berlambak manyah semua kat high-tech. No one cares really. But it's sometimes certain jobs require certain gender. Not fair, but it is the way it is. Contohnya, kadang-kadang ada majikan ni, katakanlah majikan developer, okay? Dia nak jadi pekerja yang memang boleh handle kerja di luar dan handle bekerja dengan bangla lelaki ramai-ramai. So most of the time they prefer male. Sir. Tapi gambar saya memang gambar perempuan. Berlambak lelaki bergambar macam perempuan. So you have to be specific. You have to write down clearly what your gender is. So it makes it easier for the employer whether they want you or not. Okay. It's not really about the rules. It's about making sure that the employer has easier understanding of who you are. So whether they like your resume or not. Okay. Okay. Now, let's move on to this. This is called a career objective. This is what I call a fluff. Many people in the real world right now, they don't really care about these parts. Okay, what is this? What is career objective? So a career objective is basically you are writing down your aspiration as a professional. What do you want to become as an engineer? What do you want to become as a civil engineer? What do you want to become as a electrical engineer with a diploma in electrical engineering? So what is your aspiration? Apa angan-angan you, I guess, cita-cita you sebagai engineer. So is it important? Not really. People don't really care, but it's not too bad to have it. That's what I said. Tak salah ada. Tak penting, tapi tak salah kalau ada. Okay, so you can write down maybe you want to become a successful technician using your previous structural experience as well develop skill in civil engineering. And ataupun successful electrical technician using your previous wiring experience as well as develop skill in electrical engineering. So apakah yang you nak buat dengan hidup you? What do you want to happen to you as a engineer? Electrical, civil, accountant. Okay, you want to become a great accountancy in taxation. I don't know. Okay, what do you want to be? Your aspiration. Okay, cita-cita you, angan-angan you. Okay, let's move on to the PowerPoint slide. Okay, so again, personal information, you need to have your name, your address, your contact number, your email, your nationality, and your gender. The email ni penting tolong ada email yang orang tak gelakkan. Tolong ya. Okay, so resume summary or career objective, we've talked about that just now. So education. Okay, education here. Kenapa first just take a look here, kenapa I letak dalam table supaya benda ni tersusun rapi, itu saja. Okay, tapi bila I buat dalam dalam words, kan, dia dalam table, tapi I akan right click table ni, contoh table ni lah kan, I akan right click. Oops, sorry. Mana pergi? Okay, right click, border styles, bukan. Where is it? Oh, table properties. And then row column, mana lagi? Borders and shading. Sorry, hilang. Lepas tu I ubah color kepada putih. Nampak? Oi, apa benda ni? Table properties, borders and shading. Am I sharing? Okay, I'm sharing. And then, hilang. Color putih. Awak tak hilang. Sorry. Give me a second. Table properties, border sharing, color putih. Nak jadi. Nampak tak? So when I did the table first, so the data that I put in, dia akan nampak lebih tersusun rapi lah. The date, the position, nampak tak? Dia tersusun rapi. That's the reason why I create a table first. Tolong faham You tak nak hantar resume buat table. I buat table first sebab data dia tersusun rapi. Okay, so for education, okay, make sure the information is well organized. The information should be ordered from the latest to the oldest. Maksudnya yang paling terbaru hingga paling lama. So contohnya kalau sekarang untuk you, bajet-bajet lah. You akan habis belajar tahun 2023, roughly kan? Okay. So tahun 2023, so diploma in civil engineering. Okay. Institution Politeknik Tuanku Sultan Bahiyah. Okay. Kalau ada banyak politeknik, again, daerah dan negeri. Cukup. Daerah dan negeri. Ada banyak politeknik lah. Okay, Kulim, Kedah. Cukup. And lepas tu, your results. 3.22 out of 4 GPA. Now, let's talk about date first. Okay, date. This is a common not mistake lah. Misinformation. Kalau you pergi job street pun, cara dia buat date kan, style dia date sini. Dah 2020 hingga 2023. Kan, 2020 hingga. Dia akan buat tahun ke tahun. Actually, this is a misnomer. Ramai orang silap faham sebenarnya date. Your date is actually the date you graduated from your qualification. Bukan convocation. Graduated. Okay, it's a bit complex. Bila you habis belajar nanti, katakanlah you habis LI bulan 6 2023 kan. Bulan 6 you habis LI. Roughly bulan 7, bulan 8, bulan 9 you akan dapat surat. Okay, kalau universiti tu lah. Poli tak tahu kan. You akan dapat surat. Surat tu akan tulis, setelah dibincangkan dengan senat-senat, no lah. Kalau politeknik tak tahulah. Anda didapati telah berjaya lulus dalam program diploma dalam electrical engineering contohnya. So tahun surat tu mengesahkan you dah habis belajar. You dah berjaya lulus dalam program tersebut. So kalau you dapat surat tu tahun 2023, so you adalah graduate 2023. You adalah graduate tahun 2023. Bila you habis belajar, bukannya convocation. Bila you habis belajar. The year you were awarded with that qualification. Convocation mungkin tahun depan, 2 tahun lepas macam tu. Macam hari tu apa? COVID kan. 2 tahun baru convo kan? No. When you were awarded with the qualification. When you have passed the necessary requirements to have been fulfilled the necessary requirement to have passed the diploma. Setelah dibincangkan dengan Senat-Senat, anda didapati telah lulus dalam program diploma dalam kejuruteraan elektrik contohnya. The date of the letter means the year of your qualification. I hope you will understand later lah. Lepas you ambil ALN nanti you dapat surat. Tarikh surat tu tarikh you habis belajar. Confirm habis belajar. Maksudnya you tak ada lagi dah nak sambung apa ada fail ke ataupun you nak apa ada satu sem extra ke, tak ada dah. So the date should be only a year. Okay, the date should be only 1 year. So you bila orang tanya you, so you budak mana? Oh, diploma poli. Budak tahun berapa? Oh, tahun 2023. Dan okay, ikhlas sekejap, ada salah faham. Orang Melayu pula bila dia tanya tahun apa, dia borak tahun kemasukan. Itu lain cerita. Batch bila? Batch 2001, 2020. Maksudnya batch you masuk. Tapi ni yang cakap pasal tahun diploma you, tahun kelayakan you. Itu lain Okay. Okay, qualification diploma in civil engineering. Okay, institution again polytechnic. Kata nama khas tak perlu ada NICH pun kata nama khas polytechnic, bahasa Melayu, Tuanku Surabaya, Kulim, Kedah dan GPA you. Okay, kalau ada sijil daripada college community, masuk sijil. Sijil bukannya sijil short term, maksud sijil pra-diploma, sijil civil engineering, sijil IT. Saya budak awam tapi dulu dekat college community saya sijil electrical, boleh ke? Masukkan, tak ada masalah. Okay, sijil yang 6 bulan ke atas. Faham tak sijil 6 bulan? Bukan sijil 2 hari, 3 hari. Sijil qualification. Kau tutup pula. Aduh. Tak, aircon tutup tak boleh buka Tak apalah. And finally, sijil pelajaran Malaysia. Okay, sijil pelajaran Malaysia ni, okay, letak A dan kredit. Kalau ada 3A, 3A, kredit. Okay. Ataupun tulis saja pass. Okay. PMR perlu tak perlu? Tak perlu. No one cares. No one cares about your PMR. No one cares about your PSR. Sir, kalau macam gitu, SPM tak payah masuk lah. Semua boleh. Okay, SPM ni lain. SPM ni dia macam, again, undang-undang pekerjaan. Especially kerja kerajaan dan so-so on. SPM tu wajib ada. Ya, kalau you budak, bukan budak SPM, you budak A-level, O-level semua tu, that's a different story. Ni ada kena mengenai undang-undang pekerjaan. So, SPM tu wajib. Okay, wajib. Again, letak A dan kredit. Kalau you macam 5 kredit macam malu, tulis pass, lulus. Cukup. Ini hanya untuk formalities. This is just for formalities. Okay, any questions so far? Ada soalan tak? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Work experience. After your qualification, education qualification, okay. Ni salah ni ni salah. Sebab tu kata jangan follow sangat. Ni salah. Format dia pun salah. So jangan follow apa tu. Kamu buat sendiri. Guna style apa up to you. Tapi pastikan maklumat ada lah. Ni salah, banyak salah ni. Okay, ini saya ada PMR lagi ni. Astaghfirullah. No one cares about your PMR. Okay. Sir, PMR dia dapat A. Dia dapat A, tahniah. Tetapi di dunia sebenar orang tak peduli. Okay, SPM ni hanya untuk formalities. Okay. Now, work experience. Work experience is a bit complicated, right? So, most lecturers, most teachers, they don't understand that for polytechnic students, you do have work experience. You memang ada pengalaman bekerja. Memang ada. Sir, tapi tak pernah kerja lah, sir, bla bla. Ada. Bila you kerja? LI. Industrial Training. Kelas sekejap. For my non-students, untuk yang bukan budak-budak kelas saya. Okay. Your LI is very, very important. Because why? Again, ini untuk my non-student. My student dengar lah. This is your first and your only chance at getting a confirmed real job experience. Ini adalah masa LIU, sayang anak-anakku, LIU adalah satu-satunya peluang yang you memang confirm dapat pengalaman bekerja. Only one chance. Only one chance. Confirm you dapat pengalaman bekerja. Meaning, kalau you diploma dalam electrical engineering, accountancy, diploma dalam mechanical engineering, whatever, right? So, ini adalah peluang di mana you dapat pengalaman bekerja dalam bidang you. Jangan main-main. Because you will hear people complain, right? Aku nak minta kerja tu, tapi dia minta pengalaman bekerja. Tapi aku mana nak dapat pengalaman bekerja kalau orang tak pernah bagi aku kerja? You will hear people complain that story, right? Aku nak minta kerja, tapi orang minta pengalaman bekerja. Tapi sebab aku tak ada pengalaman bekerja, orang tak nak bagi kerja. So aku tak ada pengalaman bekerja. So macam mana aku dapat kerja? Pusing lah kan? So people complain about this all the time. You akan dengar cerita ni, sepanjang hidup you akan dengar orang complain, dengar suara khabar, dengar orang buat lawak, you akan dengar. But for you, you will have that one chance. So, ikhlas kejap. Tak kena dengan resume. Don't screw up your industrial training. Jangan main-main. I paling menyampah dengar bila student kata, bila borang student, oh you LI kat mana? Oh LI senang, LI senang je sir. Ini budak JKE, JKM, JKE kat mana LI? Oh, I jaga store. Store pun tak ada kerja, tu I tidur je lah. Astaghfirullah. You kerja mana? LI. Oh, LI senang. LI senang saja. Senang je sir. Kenapa? Perempuan. I jadi customer service. Sambut tetamu masuk office. Allah. LI senang saja. Kenapa? Kerja dengan pakcik, makcik I. Kerja kedai makan, kerja kedai lampu, kerja kedai ni, kedai tu. Allah. Sayang. Orang kat luar sana tak dapat kerja sebab tak ada pengalaman bekerja. You have that one chance. Don't screw up your one chance of getting that good job experience. Okay, banyak I nak cerita lagi, tapi sebab ini bingkai rasmi, I tak boleh nak cerita sangat lah. I kena formal sedikit lah. I lagi cerita, tapi tak apalah. Banyak cerita. Tapi tak apa. Sebab bingkai rasmi kan, tak boleh nak cerita mimpi sangat. So, please make sure that do your LI at a proper place, get that proper job experience, sebab itu memang boleh pakai untuk cari kerja dan letak dalam resume. Okay. So dalam resume you, of course nanti ada, lepas ni ada kerja rumah semua orang kena buat resume cover letter So reka je lah kat mana you LI dia. So ini your resume, right? Put in your industrial training punya spot lah, kat mana you buat industrial training. Okay, date maybe November 2022 to May 2023 contohnya. Kan? Technician, taklah electrical technician ke, assistant accountant ke, apa ke, dan kurungan industrial training. Samsung Electronics Ramhat Company, dan kalau Samsung tu besar, letaklah again daerah dan negeri. Tak perlu alamat penuh. And then your job responsibility. What did you do at Samsung? Again, for your homework, reka saja dulu lah. Sebab you tak payah lain kan? Tapi you boleh reka dahulu. Okay, so, ikhlas sekejap. People will ask me this question. Sir, I pernah kerja KFC, I pernah kerja McD, I pernah kerja Full Block, I pernah kerja 7-Eleven and so on. Should I put in those work experience? My formal answer is no need. Tak perlu letak kerja yang tak berkaitan. That's my formal answer. Tak perlu. But my informal answer is yes, put it in. Why? Okay. You have to understand one thing, right? People, again, the job interview process is about perception process. People make a snap judgment on you, right? So, a lot of these people, right? Kalau dia tengok dalam pengalaman bekerja you kosong semua, kan? One of the things that you want to avoid is you nampak macam anak manja, tak pernah bekerja semua hidup. So kalau you tak pernah bekerja semua hidup, people will make judgment. One of the judgment lah, banyak pengalaman buat, tapi one of the negative judgment people can make is, oh boleh tak pernah bekerja, mak bapak tak bekerja. Dan ni kalau mak bapak tak bekerja, confirm ya anak manja. Ini kalau penat sikit, susah sikit, mesti berhenti kerja, mesti complain, mesti tak boleh handle kerja. Faham tak? So, if you put in your job at working McDonald's, whatever, letaklah 2-3 dia, tunggu sangat. 2-3 cukup lah kan. McDonald's, KFC ke apa kan. It shows that you are not afraid of heavy work. You are not afraid of, you tak takut berpeluh. You bukan nak manja. In fact, that's what I did when I first started to apply for a job. And people, and the employer will curate. Dia akan tanya, kenapa you letak kerja hush puppies, kerja McD ni tak ada kena-mengena dengan bidang you? It doesn't have anything to do with the profession. And I was ready with the answer. And I told them that if you notice, can you look at the date? I kerja, I work at McD for 2 months. I work at hush puppies only for 3 months, correct? Yelah. Dia marah. Yelah. Kenapa? You suka kerja berhenti ke? Ikhlas sekejap. Majikan tak suka pekerja short term, Ingat tak? Remember that? Majikan tidak suka pekerja short term. Yelah, kenapa? You suka kerja berhenti ke? Dia marah. No, ada. But I was ready. No, excuse me. Wait. Please look at the date. 2 months and 3 months. Actually, I work at McDonald's, hush puppies and KFCs during my semester break. Masa cuti semester. Yeah. During my semester break. I'm the type of guy who just can't sit still at home. I just can't just stay still at home and do nothing. I need to earn some money. I need money for my own expenses. Okay, faham. Nampak tak? I beritahu dia orang yang I bekerja waktu cuti semester. I beritahu yang nilai diri saya tak boleh duduk rumah duduk diam. Saya kena kerja cari duit. Kalau tak macam buang masa. So secara tak directly, I puji diri sendiri. Dan dia nampak yang I ni boleh bekerja dan I boleh handle tanggungjawab. So, formally, no need to put in KFC, McD or Pizza Hut. So on. Informally, letak 2-3 cukup. Jangan banyak sangat. Okay? Only if you are confident in giving them the answers when they get angry. People will get angry. People will get angry when they see those jobs. Sebab tak ada kena-mengena dengan bidang you. They will get angry. But you need to stay calm, okay? And answer and show them that you are a hardworking person and that you are not afraid of working hard. You tak takut untuk bekerja keras. And so it depends on how prepared you are lah. Okay. So, any questions so far? 5, 4, 3.
No.
I know, but for other people, thank you for replying. But don't worry, I'm just waiting for other people. 2, 1. Okay, let's continue. Other skills. Okay, other skills. Now, udah panas ni. I want to open the fan. Panas. Sorry, banyak panas. Okay, other skills. Now, sayang, anakku dengar sini. Kadang-kadang lah, I rasa ramai antara kamu sini, bila you balik kampung beraya apa semua, Lutfi, Naufal, Zikri, Huda, Syazwana, belajar mana? Oh, belajar poli. Poli je? Pernah kena tak? Saya pernah kena. Poli je? Kan? My wife pun pernah kena juga. Maksud saya, daripada my wife dia cakap anak dia, nanti belajar rajin-rajin. Jangan nanti kamu kalau bodoh masuk poli. My wife terasa, bang, saya ni bodoh lah bang yang masuk poli. Memang standard kan. But here's the thing. Where was I? Other skills. You, especially bila JKE, JKM, JKA, okay, so JP sabar, jangan marah sangat ni. I'm just being honest here. JKA, JKM, JKA. Ni. You berbanding dengan kawan-kawan you yang kata, kau budak poli je, aku budak USM, aku budak UKM, aku budak UM, aku budak UTM, aku budak Lim Kok Wing, whatever, soalan lah. you compared to your friends yang berlagak dengan you tu, peluang you untuk dapat kerja 70% lagi tinggi daripada orang. Okay. Budak-budak you ni, kan, daripada yang beribu-ribu, puluh-ribu ni, 30% je yang keluar dapat kerja. Majority dia orang, tak kira data dia cerita apa ke, majority dia orang kalau kerja pun bukan kerja bidang dia orang. Dia kerja kilang, kerja KFC, kerja McD. 30%, 40% je yang akan kerja bidang dia orang. Majoritinya menganggur atau kerja luar bidang atau kerja SPM. Majority. You are much more valuable compared to semua orang yang pandang rendah kat you. Sebab tu kalau my student, I cakap dengan my student apa? You bukan calang-calang orang. Dengar sini. You bukan calang-calang orang. Biar pay lah dia orang kata. Budak poli je biar pay lah dia orang kata. Oh kau budak poli, aku budak UiKM, biar pay. You lagi senang dapat kerja daripada orang. Dan you punya career transition lagi hebat daripada orang. You punya career prospect. Peluang naik ke pangkat, peluang naik ni, peluang naik gaji apa semua lagi jauh lebih tinggi daripada orang. That's a fact. And one of the key reason why kenapa you lagi better daripada orang is this. Other skills. Ni yang buat you berbeza daripada diorang lain ni. So what is a skill, right? Let me explain. So it can be considered as your bengkel workshops. Ini you masuk bengkel, you belajar wiring, you belajar buat simen, you belajar teropong-teropong tu yang budak awam, yang budak accountancy, you belajar USB accountancy kan. Yang bengkel-bengkel workshop yang masuk kan. Software, C++ ke, software AutoCAD ke, those skill. Bengkel-bengkel workshop yang you masuk are considered as related skills. Okay, think of it as the non-theory aspect that you've learned PTSD. Ini yang maksudnya bukan matematik, bukannya teori lah. Kan? Yang memang you belajar masuk bengkel. Okay. So civil engineers, cement, electrical engineers, wiring. Can you name other skills? Okay. So it is not restricted to this, but okay, sabar. Lompat. Okay, let me show you additional skills Untuk budak diploma saja, okay. You kan tulis lah additional skills lah. Very good in electrical wiring, contohnya lah. And very good. Am I sharing? I'm sharing very. So tulislah sesuatu. Untuk diploma saja, sepatutnya you kan tulislah you skill kan nak ayam tulis kan. So ingat semua bengkel you yang masuk, ingat semua software yang belajar, ingat semua Untuk budak diploma saja, you punya additional skill saja sepatutnya roughly antara suku page hingga setengah page. Suku page hingga setengah page. Untuk diploma saja. Kalau you degree, contoh my resume, dia punya ada skill saja 1 page setengah. Banyak gila. Dan makin lama dia bekerja, makin bertambah dia benda yang dia masuk kursus belajar, makin bertambah ada skills dia. Okay. So you have to understand one thing. Other skills is an indicator of what you can do. Skills are indicators of what you can do. Skills adalah benda yang you boleh buat. Tak kisahlah wiring ke, cement ke, USB accountancy ke, whatever. Meaning, you have to understand one thing. What is a job? Apa tu kerja? What is career? A job is paying you money to do something. Kerja adalah bagi you duit untuk buat sesuatu. Do you understand this concept? You faham tak konsep ni? Kerja adalah bagi you gaji untuk you buat sesuatu. Okay, you understand concept, right? So, when you have something that you can do that other people can't, that makes you valuable. Contohnya, kalau you boleh buat wiring, you boleh buat jabatan, you boleh buat USB accountancy, majority of Malaysia tak boleh buat. Itu yang buat you bernilai. The more skills you have, makin bertambah nilai diri you. And that's why I tell my students, you are the value. Bila orang kata, oh, manusia tak ada nilai yang tak terhingga. No, You have a specific value in ringgit Malaysia. Berapa nilai you sebagai profesional? Adakah 2,300 sebulan? Adakah 8,000 sebulan? Adakah 5,000 sebulan? You have a specific value. Because you can do things that other people can't. Sebab tu saya kata, budak-budak universiti ni 70% keluar-keluar takkan kerja biar orang. Menganggur, kerja kilang, kerja jual insurans, tak salah ke kilang, tak salah jual insurans, faham? They won't work in their field. Because in their other skills, right, what do they have? I jamin dengan you, majority of Malaysia is this. Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, lepas tu fluent in English, Malay or Chinese, Mandarin plus Indian. Itu saja. This is all they have. They don't have anything that makes them different compared to the rest of people in Malaysia. Tak ada. You have it. Separuh page lagi. Kalau you sambung degree, 1 page setengah. Again, remember, bekerja adalah orang bayar you duit untuk buat something. Sebab tu kalau SPM, kan, kerja dia senang-senang. Kalau kilang, jangan salah. Kerja kilang okey, tak salah. Jangan salah faham, I tak kutuk. Sekarang viral mampu aku. Jangan salah faham. Sebab tu kalau kerja kilang, katakanlah kerja kilang SPM, I berhenti hari ni, majikan takkan pening kepala. Sebab majority orang Malaysia boleh buat kerja yang sama I buat. SPM level. But there is no specific skill that I have that they need. But you have specific skill that people will need. So bahagian ni yang penting. Additional skills teramat-amat penting. Okay. Any questions so far? Semua untuk balik ini. Any questions so far? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, you bukan calang-calang orang. Jangan biar orang rendah-rendahkan you. Okay. Nilai diploma you memang amat-amat bernilai. Okay. So, other skills, however, is not restricted to the skills that you've learned as part of diploma. Dia tak semestinya bengkel ataupun benda yang you belajar masa diploma saja. I do encourage you untuk tambah skill luar diploma you. Skill, bukan teori sayang, skill. Contohnya web developer, Android app development, kan. Even though they are not really related, any skill is a good skill. Kalau you belajar skill pasal web development ke apa ke, katakanlah you budak marketing kan, budak DPM ataupun budak business, ambil belajar pasal buat website, belajar pasal web development, Android app ke apa ke, macam belajar. Any skill is a good skill. A jack of all trade is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. Meaning, right? Memang betul, orang yang banyak ilmu, banyak skill ni, dia bukannya orang yang betul-betul pakar satu bidang. Tapi dia lagi better orang yang setakat tahu pasal satu benda. Lagi better. Contohnya, give example lah. Okay, ini untuk JP pula Sorry yang JP jangan marah Okay. Katakanlah you budak business. You ada ambil kursus kat luar. Okay, pasal Android app ataupun pasal coding ataupun pasal Python you ambil. I jamin dengan you, and you lagi senang cari kerja berbanding kawan-kawan you yang tak ada skill langsung. Lagi senang nak bekerja. And web development cukup lah. You minta company tu, you cerita sikit, I ada pengalaman buat web development, dia lagi berminat dengan you. So mungkin dia boleh minta tolong you buat website diorang ke, and so on ke, ataupun you boleh freelance buat web development ke, Android app ke, and so on. Skill is what makes you valuable. That's why TVET students are valuable, because they have skills. Okay, in summary, please understand this. Skill bukan saja bengkel atau workshop you masuk. Skill bukan teori, bukannya skill keusahawanan, seminar keusahawanan, seminar debate, seminar jaga adab. No, those are not skill. Skills are things that you can learn and you can perform, yang you boleh buat. Okay, bukan saya di poli, tapi I sarankan ambil, belajar, keluar duit, belajar di skill luar. In fact, kalau I nak recommend you, ada banyak Google ada software development, software engineering punya program yang percuma. Yang you ambil, bila you ambil exam percuma, dia akan bagi you sijil. Go and do that. Tapi orang Melayu ni susah sikit. I dah bagi jalan, terserah pada you untuk ambil itu. Nak ambil atau tidak. Google ada. Okay, cari search Google Certificate Program. Okay, sijil Google. Dia ada memang macam ke belajar di rumah lah. Dia akan bagi macam benda nak baca, benda nak buat, benda nak belajar apa semua. Dia ada test, lepas tu dia dapat sijil. Dan dia punya pelajaran tu memang up to date punya teknologi pasal software development, pasal coding, pasal semua tu. Pilih namanya you nak. So I do encourage it. Free. Memang free. Okay. Okay. Okay, so when you want to describe your skills, right? You tak boleh kata, good at, semuanya good at welding, good at wiring, tak boleh. You need to have a clear description of your skill, right? So this is just an example. You can use other descriptors, okay? So maybe if you get an A for that subject, bengkel ke apa ke, very good. You got a B, good at. C, adapt, maksudnya boleh pakai lah. D, some knowledge, maksudnya you kena beritahu lah apa level skill yang you ada. That's why I said, kalau graphic resume, dia tak describe sejauh mana you boleh guna skill tu. Okay, you need to describe in words how good you are at specific skill. For example, like this, right? Okay, for example, very good at electrical wiring. Cukup. Ini untuk skill-skill yang you belajar kat poli lah. Okay. But for skills yang you belajar di luar poli ke, you ambil sijil ke, you have to be more specific. Contohnya, certificate in Android app development, sijil dalam Android development, where University Sains Malaysia, tahun. Okay. Dan kadang-kadang dia ada ni tau, siapa dia punya sponsored. Okay. Sponsored by ataupun ya Tuhan, aku terkejut. Ya, sponsored, dianugerahkan masa ingat apa? Awarded by Google Incorporation. Contohnya, siapa yang anjurkan ke, siapa yang bagi ke, and so on. So name of the qualification ni kalau skill ambil luar, name of the qualifications, who grants the qualification, year, and who awards it. Siapa yang mengesahkan tersebut? Adakah Google, adakah kalau yang sahkan Universiti Malaysia juga, tak perlulah, buanglah. Okay. Okay, that is about skills. Very, very important part of your resume. Any questions so far? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nampaknya penonton kita makin berkurangan. Tadi 250, sekarang tinggal 223. Tak apa. Okay, so let's move on to extracurricular activities. Activities. Okay, activities. Activities should be, okay, should be these two things. Skill or professional based activities, maksudnya apa-apa ni semua IPTA bukan sekolah menengah semua yang you ambil masa IPTA. Bukan sekolah. So skill based or professional based, maksudnya you ada masuk pertandingan FIRA ke, pertandingan bina jabatan ke, pertandingan activities that highlights you as a professional. Kalau you civil engineers, activities yang berdasarkan civil engineering. Kalau you accountant, activities yang berdasarkan accountancy. Faham tak? Okay. Or paling busuk pun leadership based activities. Okay, sorry. So lompat. So skill or professional based activities, okay. Again, highlights your skills or abilities as an engineer, okay, bridge building ke, FIRA ke, and then you have to describe it carefully. Okay, what was the result? Okay, did you win something? Win gold, win silver, win bronze? Okay, for which competition? Okay, the 2021 FIRA Robotics Championship. Where? Tuanku Sultan Bahi. Yeah. So you have to describe it. Okay, describe it in detail. Okay, what kind of competition, what kind of activity, where was it held, what was the competition, when was it held, and so on. Okay. And then paling busuk pun leadership activities. Again, dah cakap tadi. Highlights your ability to work with other people. Leadership activities, again, bila you bekerja, you kena faham satu benda. You bukan kerja seorang-seorang. Kalau you nak kerja seorang-seorang, dua cara. Kerja kilang, operator, buat seorang-seorang. Pergi kerja. Again, I tak pandang rendah. Tapi, nature dia memang pergi kerja. Ataupun, jadi bos. Kan? You suruh orang kerja, you ambil untung saja. Contohnya lah, tak tahu lah kan. Up to you. So, bila you bekerja di mana-mana organisasi, you have to understand one thing. You work with other people. And especially if you have a diploma. You bukan SPM, you are diploma holder. So kalau you masuk minimum you technician. Kalau you masuk diploma mana-mana kilang, maksudnya you akan ada orang bawahan you. Siapa? Team leader, supervisor, operator, itu semua orang bawahan you. So, dan you akan ada orang atasan. If you cannot deal with people under you, how are you supposed to do your job? Kalau you tak boleh nak bagi arahan kepada orang bawahan you, okay, Ali tolong buat ni, Ali tu ni. Kalau you jenis kena sumbang ke atau jenis marah-marah ke atau maki hamun ke, can you do your job properly? You akan buat masalah di company you. So when you have experience as a leader, contohnya MPP, Pusat Islam, Kesaka nak buat apa? Askar Wataniah, AJK, Jabatan You. It shows that you have experience with working with other people. Majikan, dia tak nak problem. Majikan tak suka pekerja yang bermasalah. Tak ada majikan yang suka pekerja yang kena sumbang. Tak ada majikan yang suka pekerja yang belagak bos, belagak abos semua. Tak ada. Majikan suka tempat kerja yang harmoni. When you show that you can be a good leader in IPTA, it can translate well when you are working. Maksudnya you dapat pengalaman kerja handle bawah satu organisasi, MPP. You pernah handle orang bawahan, ada JK, buat program, buat aktiviti. So that translate well in the workplace. You boleh bagi arahan kepada orang bawahan you. You boleh terima arahan daripada orang atasan you. You can understand how you should behave in an organization. Right? So leadership skill based activities is very important. Pause. I faham 2 tahun kita PKP, I faham. Banyak ramai sini yang melepas peluang-peluang semua tu, I faham. But starting next semester, try join sebanyak yang mungkin. Dapat pengalaman kalau boleh lah, I faham. Okay. Kalau you tak ada professional atau skill based activities atau you tak ada leadership activities, tak apalah. Untuk bahagian ni letaklah apa-apa aktiviti you nak main bola ke, main takraw ke, berdebate ke. I'm in decision. Please mute your mic, please. Who is this? I'm in decision, but I'm being honest here. Debate semua orang tak pandang. Debate semua orang tak pandang. Tapi letaklah 3 aktiviti. Sir. I zombie. I langsung tak pernah masuk aktiviti. Tak apa, reka je lah. Tapi yang aktiviti extracurricular, main bola ke, main takraw ke, itu reka. Maximum 3. Somebody mic is open. Can you? I cannot find the one who's speaking. Who's speaking right now? Okay. Never mind. So, kalau you tak ada aktiviti, zombie tak pernah keluar, tak pernah apa semua, reka je lah. Tak apalah, tipu je lah. Letaklah apa, main bola. Ingat, yang simple lah, main bola, main apa, carom, main takraw, tak kisahlah. Reka saja. 3 maksimum. Okay, but again, it's important, kalau you boleh, SEM ni tahun depan, join those kind of competition. Okay, based on your profession. Accountancy ke, cari pertandingan accountancy, electrical, mechanical, cari pertandingan aktiviti yang boleh highlight you sebagai seorang profesional ataupun sebagai seorang pemimpin. Amat penting. Tak apa, tak payah jadi presiden MPP, tak apa. Jadi AJK pun okey lah. Jadi ESCO pun okey lah. Join je. Okay, amat penting. Okay, any questions so far? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's move on to the final parts. Okay. Again, kalau you rasa saya bercakap cepat, terlampau cepat saya bercakap, this session is recorded. You can always watch the recorded session through Microsoft Teams. Okay, boleh tengok lagi nanti Again, your skill. Okay, dah buat tadi, dah macam dah. Okay, references. And finally, references. Finally, references. What is references? What are references? References means rujukan. References means rujukan. Okay. Rujukan ni adalah, what's the function of rujukan? Rujukan ni, katakanlah I dah interview you kan. I dah interview you. Okay, I dah ada shortlist 5 orang. Dari 5 orang ni, nak pilih 2 orang saja. So, who should I choose? Dalam this final stage of a job interview, jarang tapi berlaku, majikan akan call you punya references ni. Dia call, you bagi reference 2 orang kan, dia call. Hello Encik Ali, saya call you sebab saya nak tanya pasal si Umi Rabiatul Adawiyah ni. Dia macam mana kerja, peran kerja dia macam mana. So, I tanya dia pasal you lah. Adakah you ni boleh dipercayai, adakah you ni rajin, pemalas, ada masalah disiplin ke tak, and so on and so on. So, the first mistake that many graduates do, ini budak-budak you ni, memang standard mistake. Okay, references, diorang letak lecturer, pengarah poli, dekan universiti, kawan-kawan. Oh, letak nama dekan universiti. Oh, nampak gempak. Oh, lecturer, Mr. Azril, nampak gempak. No! That's wrong. References, bukannya dekan yang tak kenal you. Bukannya nak tak nampak gempak. No. You bukan letak references supaya resume you nampak hebat. No, salah. References sepatutnya adalah orang-orang yang pernah jadi orang atasan you, your previous superiors, your previous supervisors, your previous manager. Faham tak? Orang-orang yang boleh menilai you sebagai pekerja, bukan mak bapak you, bukan adik-beradik you. Kalau okey, katakanlah Syami Akmal bin Azman. You letak reference Ali bin Azman. Dah terang-terang I nampak ini memang saudara mara you, adik-beradik you, kawan-kawan you. Ataupun Azman bin Abu, bapa you. Jangan dah. References adalah bekas orang atasan you yang boleh menilai you sebagai seorang profesional. That's why I said, LI jangan buat hal. LI buat kena perfect. Biar buat kerja bagus. Biar berinteraksi dengan orang. Jangan kera sumbang. Oh, sorry, dah mengipik dah. Ni untuk my student lah. LI penting. Sebelum habis LI, minta izin 2 orang. Team leader ke, supervisor ke, engineer ke. Yang you rapat, yang you rasa bagus dengan you. Minta izin face to face. Encik Ali, Encik Abu, Puan Amin, Puan Minah. Boleh tak saya minta izin untuk tak nama you sebagai references? Minta izin. Kalau diorang tak bagi, diorang tak suka you. Tak apa, cari orang lain. Kalau semua orang tak bagi, semua orang tak suka you. Maksudnya you buat hal lah tu. Kan? Kalau you dah buat hal, faham lah. Okay, again, LI tu penting. So it's like, I don't know remember the word. It's like a domino effect, I guess. Okay, you buat hal kat LIU, semua teruk. I'm not God, I bukan Tuhan. I bukan kata kalau you buat LIU akan masa bergelap. No, I kata you akan menyusahkan diri you untuk jaga masa panjang. Don't. Okay, so references should be your previous superiors, right? Okay, so minta 2 orang daripada LIU nanti. Again, untuk homework, reka dah saja dululah. Untuk you punya assignment ni, reka saja dululah. Okay, so jangan tak lecturer, jangan tak parents. Letaklah bekas superior. So, dia punya format, nama, name, position, macam tadi, company's name, a simple address, 1 line saja, Kulim Kedah ke apa ke, dan contact number. For example, Muhammad Ali bin Abu, Human Resource Manager, Delta Seri Berhad, Kulim Kedah, 015 452 86. And simple phone number. You should have 2 references. Mesti ada 2. Again, for your assignment, reka sajalah 2 orang ni. Tak kisah siapa-siapa reka. Tapi yang penting bukan ni. Lecturer, bukan. Bukan adik-beradik, bukan mak ayah. Ni. Professional, supervisor ke, manager ke, engineer ke, and so on. And so on. Okay. So, 2 references. Okay, that's it for your resume. Those are the elements that you need to have in your resume. Let's take a recap. Let's summarize. Where is it? Let's summarize a bit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here. So to recap, you carilah template mana yang you nak. I tak kisah. Okay, use any template that you want. Again, tapi janganlah terlalu sibuk. Jangan terlalu ada gambar bunga, gambar buaya, ada gambar rimau. Janganlah berwarna-warni. Janganlah. Okay, but these are the things that you need to have in your resume. These are the elements that you need to have in your resume. A picture, your personal information daripada nama, alamat, okay, sorry, name, address, your phone number, your email, your sex, your nationality, and your date of birth, your personal information. Okay, your contact information. Okay, your resume summary or objective, optional. Okay, education, or experience, other skills. Okay, extracurricular activities. So let me just simplify it for you lah. Activities. Okay, simplified. Okay, so experience, other skills, activities, language and proficiency. So Malay, English, okay, ini wajib lah. And your two references. These elements are needed and must be well elaborated in your summary. Okay, are needed and must be well elaborated, especially in other skills parts. Are you very good at it? Are you good at it? Are you just adapts? Or are you somewhat able to use it? Okay, so use whatever format you want to create a resume containing these elements. Okay, buatlah macam mana, apa, template mana pakai tak kisah. Tapi ini semua kena ada. Faham? You understand me? I hope you understand. So this is your task. Okay, this is your task. So create a cover letter and a resume to apply for a job position based on the job advertisement details. Okay, I nak you buat cover letter dan resume berdasarkan maklumat ni. Okay, maklumat ni So position dia electrical technician, sorry, assistant accountant ataupun admin assistant. Sorry lupa tambah, minta maaf So position, pilihlah masa nak kan. Choose which one you want. Electrical technician ke, site supervisor ke, assistant accountant ke, admin assistant ke, it's up to you. Okay, company dia, Delta Sdn Bhd, alamat nombor 52, Pineapple Street, Subang Jaya, Selangor. Company's phone number 0325745555 dan nama human resource manager adalah Mr. Lim Tee Kang. So I want you to create a cover letter and the accompanying resume to apply for this job position. This is your task. Do you understand me? So bila you siap, you can hantar kepada lecturer English you. Deadline dia adalah pada 19. Sorry. Let me just check one thing. Give me a second here. Let me. Lah, I tak share ke? Ke semua dah tidur ni? Guys, why don't you tell me I wasn't sharing? Okay, so here, so create a cover letter and resume to apply for a job position based on this detail. Position, electrical technician, site supervisor, assistant accountant, and or admin assistant, up to you. Company, Delta Sdn Bhd, address, this address, number 52, Pineapple Street, Subang Jaya, Selangor. Company's phone number, human resource manager. This is the recipient. Ini adalah penerima. So, again, the deadline is 2 weeks from now. Okay, 26 Mei 2022. That's the deadline. Okay, you have to send in your cover letter and resume to your lecturer by 26th of May. Let me check. Let me just double check. Let me just unshare. Let me just check Hermes for example. Quick. Bila dia punya deadline? Give me a second. Sekejap ya. Let me check the RMK. Yes. Your deadline is adalah pada 26 Mei 2022. So you need to send in your resume and cover letter by 26 Mei 2022. Lagi 2 minggu. Okay, that's it for this bingkil. Do you have any questions on resume and cover letter? Hello? Anybody still awake?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
Yeah.
No question.
Okay, so 26 Mei 2022, lagi 2 minggu kena hantar resume dan cover letter. Again, if you miss anything, you boleh watch the video again. Kalau you miss instruction ke you tak faham instruction assignment ni, you can watch the video again dalam Microsoft Teams. Dia akan see video ni. Okay, so that's it. No questions. Thank you very much. That's it. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wait. Lepas ni lecturer you akan bagi you survey pasal bingkil ni. You semua kena isi survey ni
Okay, sir.
Okay, semua kena isi survey ni
Okay,
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, sir.
Thank you, 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 sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.